don't even know what happened here. This was not where it crashed, so I am not entirely certain why the truck sideways. I don't know why I'm sitting out here. The meteor storm just came through just a second ago, so I really am not sure what's going on here. This is very weird. I need some. I don't know what's going on here. I do know I need some steel plates because I need to get this vehicle back to where it needs to be. Good gravy, dude. You really don't want to make this easy, do you, truck? Ah, you bugger! What the hell, man? How did you even get flipped over? Ah, why in the hell? Alright, we're going to try something else. We're going to get really creative here. We're going to try to use the gyros. Unflip. Dude, that's not unflip. Ha! Gotta love that. Alright, let's see here. Where in the world? Now, where is my... Now, where in the heck is the... Okay, did the spider just get disappeared or something? Whoa. Wow. So I lost the spider. You've got to be kidding me. It had my only power cell in it. For my hydrogen engine. Ah. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, we're gonna drive around for a little bit. Just to see if I just missed something and it's... Okay, it should have been right where that... Wow. I wonder if it got destroyed by a falling rock. You know, that might have happened, guys, because there was a huge... You didn't get to see it because it happened literally right when... Because look at the... See all the burnt rocks and everything? That was a huge meteor storm that just devastated this entire area. Almost. I mean, literally a rock went right over the top of the truck, and I think it destroyed it. Because I sure don't see it, and there's a giant hole over there where it was. Wow. There is... Okay, we can confirm it. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go look in the admin screen, and we're going to see if a spider is there. I don't think it is, but we're going to look. Oh, it is there. Okay, so it does exist. Oh, wow. So where in the hell is it? Huh. It's in the grass somewhere. Oh, great. Oops. Sorry. Big giant hole in the ground. Looks like we could have a sandstorm. Lovely. Because, you know, that just makes all of the abilities of the sand and stuff to be right in your face. But where in the hell? Because this is just weird. We were inside of a ravine, I remember that. Where in the world did it put my vehicle? Man. Like, where is it? I'm looking for it, but I don't see it anywhere. We didn't set a marker for it or anything. Man, it's gonna despawn. If Clang decides every unpowered block disappears, it's gonna be gone because it's gonna... Dude, that's not cool, man. That's my only power cell. Oh, where is it? Okay. Let us go towards Ice 2. And then we'll backtrack up and over some of the hills. Let's see. PA place. Okay. We'll go by Ice 2, see if it's there. I don't think it is, though. We're running low on power, too. Alright, now I don't see it on Ice 2. Okay. I keep running into that dang bloody crater. Okay, I don't know where the spider is. Oh, this is annoying. Alright, well... Where is that stupid vehicle at? Is it over here? Nope. Let's go around the corner here and see if it's in here. There's a nice patch. Aha! There you are! Alright, good deal. Now let's go back to the business at hand. Alright, so we need to empty it out. We're going to disassemble the spider. That's what's going to happen. I don't want to run the risk of losing that sucker anymore. And this power, this motor here is worth its weight in gold. Come on, are we really doing this? Usually the bugs don't show up when it's... Wow. Huh. Alright. Okay. The idea here is to get as much of the materials that we don't want to lose out of here. The steel I'm not too worried about. We got plenty of that back at camp, so I'm not too worried about the steel as much as I'm worried about the components that are harder to replace that I have to like salvage. Alright, so grab that. Okay, the rest is just steel. I mean, I don't want to lose it, but on the other hand, I'm limited in space. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get back to the base. We're going to go back to patchwork. Man, there is like a lot of ice in this little thing here. How am I doing on space? Not much. Alright, no problem. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to change up a little bit of the cockpit. I want to be able to make it more of a... wow, there is some serious holes going on around here. Alright, where's Patchworks is to the left, so we're going to... Now the Weaver's farm comes up. Yeah, thanks, Weavers. You guys are really good that way, aren't you? Alright. Okay. Back to Patchworks we go. We've now recovered our truck, which we... What did we... Did I ever name this thing? Pertam Respawn Rover. Nah. We gotta come up with a better name, guys. Alright, get back to base. I think I want to make... I want to use some of the materials and make a kind of support drone that comes along with the vehicle. I want to do something along those lines. I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, we got 19 minutes left on it. Yeah, we need a charge. So Gatling turret, you're gonna go to idle moving off, because we're gonna zip underneath here and see if we can't get hooked up and get a charge out of it. Wow, there is some serious material in these meteors though. Alright. Oops. Brakes in place. Yeah, we're gonna need to drop that down. But we need enough room to do it. I think that will do it. We're not quite lined up. Well, that's very well lined up. Alright. Gotta get an antenna on this thing so that I can be able to activate it and all that stuff without having to go and do all this other fancy junk. So let's see here. Alright, piston 2, we're gonna take you down a little bit at a time until we get an established spot. So let's go ahead and bring this down to... Let's go down 1.5 and see what happens. Actually, see how far we'll... Alright. Okay, let's see about piston going down. Let's see. Alright. And let's go ahead and do a connector hard set. We're probably going to want to do a merge block attached to this piston top too, which means I'll probably change the connector to a square connector so that I could be able to put how am I going to do that? That's true. I can't really do that with a hinge, can I? I could do the hinge and then set the smaller hinge on there. That would work, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so this connector here. All right, it's connected, so good deal. And since it's connected, it also means we should have access to the materials inside of it. Actually, you know what? We really don't need this ramp here. Really? Huh. Okay, so we're just getting rid of the old blocks. We don't need them. We're not even supposed to have a ground-based base, so we just keep doing this to get rid of them until we can get the landing gear in place, which is going to go... I hate to say it, but I probably should run landing gear right along here ahead of this. But when I'm looking at this thing here, I'm thinking that's going to actually occupy 3 squares straight up by itself. So, probably going to want to do something along the lines of right here, maybe? And then something in the forward bow. Yeah. Because we can't do anything there, and we can't do anything over here. Wait, we gotta... Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need to do it right across here. Now, on the other side, though, we got we got the other thing over there. But that block's in there, so if we did a block right here... Yeah. Yeah, we could do just a basic landing gear, but we want to be able to do it so it comes down. So that's going to have to go here and here. Yeah, I like that. That works out really nicely. And then if we do this, then we've got... We could take that ladder to here and do a central ladder right here that goes down further. utilizing this here. That would work. Or we could just backside it too, right over here. Yeah, I like that. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so that takes care of those. Full, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Alright, we're going to need to do some upgrading on the... definitely need to upgrade the truck. Let's see here. Oh, look at you out there, Sheffield Farm, being all messing up with us and stuff. Alright. We need to get... Oh, we need to get further along on the build of this thing, that's for sure. What we really need, though, is motors and grids. Oh, man. Really need grids. We need a lot of grids. Ship ain't gonna get airborne if we don't have grids. We need 15 times 4 is 60, plus another, at least another 2 more for thrusters going from the aft. That's not even counting these guys. 100 grid would be nice, it'd be lovely, but unfortunately the only grids we have is tied up to stuff. And I wonder if I could go with a small grid autocannon. I wonder if that would do the trick and we'd save grids. How many grids are in this thing? 30. So enough for 3 of those vertical propellers. How nice. Except for the small detail that happens to be the fact that I've only got the 2 batteries, and that might drain pretty quick. But if I did that, what would be the... Let's see, what would be the grid needed for... Well, we need a number of things to do that. But what would it be to weapons? There we go. Okay, an assault cannon is going to be 10 grids. So that'll save me 20 grid. If I do that. Okay. Now these things. What is the... Okay, we gotta go to the cockpit. Alright. So the large flat atmo thrusters use basically 7 megawatts is the input. So we have 28 megawatts there, and what is our battery offload right now? Because see, the atmo thrusters themselves use 24, so you figure another, what, 20 more on top of that. Current batteries. Yeah, see the 24 megawatts of max output on the batteries. So 24, that doesn't even... they'll max line on just these alone. Yeah, there's just not enough power for those kind of turbines. It's just not going to happen. Wow, yeah. Huh, we need more materials, guys. What we need is more batteries or some more power in the form of that generator. Man, if I do a hydrogen... What is the hydrogen generator's power anyway? What is the output on that? I won't know until I actually... Ooh, wait. Unless I actually build one, then I can see what it is. Ha ha ha. So let's do that. Okay, so if we got one of these back here, let's see, what do we got for power production on a hydrogen engine? That's only 5 megawatts? That's still not enough power, guys. I mean, I'm gonna need a lot of them. Let's face it, gentlemen. Airships are extremely energy intensive. One of those, one hydrogen engine per per one of these is what we're gonna need. This is where we really honestly need to have a reactor, because that would do the trick. And the solar panels are not going to produce enough power to give us enough lift to do what we need. Ah. Oh man. Yep. This is going to be something. Yeah, that worked just fine, but that's because they're not actually doing anything. And the solar panels... I mean, I need a lot of solar panels, which I could build. I could build any number of solar panels. Oh! Bad guys. Oh, where are they? Come on. They sometimes have power cells, which is why I'm so interested, but these ones don't. Might as well take some clocks over there. Yeah, see. Man, I don't like that. Huh. Well, just for mechanical purposes, we can put a giant leg here. Yeah, I might need to move this thing a little bit more forward. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this. It's just a temporary safety measure. Just to be on the safe side, guys, because I don't want to accidentally have this thing hit the ground with a hard smack and then you're toast. Alright. I feel like it's just not lined up right. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not lined up right. It needs to be on this far out. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. And then we'll put the okay, now that makes more sense because there's your center line. This is what's on this side, so it's going to be on this side, and then there's your thruster right there. Your vertical thruster, and that leaves this open over there. Okay, that makes more sense now. And we might actually attach those to, you know what we might do? We might actually attach them to pistons connected up here somehow, maybe with a cross piece here. And then have, yeah. If we have it attached to a piston, then it can elevate up or go down. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. That actually is a really good idea. So we'll run over here. We'll wait. We can't piston there. Oh, snap. We'd have to piston it on the end because we've got the assembler there instead. Which means we'll have to go out on the wing here. And we'd have to set the piston up right here. But we could do it. It would work. How many... That would work, actually. And if we did light armor there... Ah! Man, I gotta stop falling off the hole there. Could do it. Alright, so if we go all the way over here, go around here, go up here. See. Yeah, I think this would work really well. Oh! Yeah, there you go. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, straight across the way there. Alright, cool. And we'll just take this all the way across. More spiders? Is that what we're spawning right now? Because I'm okay with that if they decide they want to do that. And then... Goody. Do we have power cells in this one? Nope. Okay, do we have power cells in you? Oh, magnesium, that's useful. And what about you out here? Hopefully you've got power cells, because I really could use some power cells. Of course you don't. You've got steel plates. Can't you guys go find some pirates somewhere, eat some power cells, you know, be happy, enjoy? Okay. Taking fire, rally point. Okay, well, seems like the pirates are having themselves a fun old time. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and, before we call this an episode, we're going to get this thing installed. I may go through off camera and do all the welding on these things, get all the components put on, but I do want to get this in place, get our landing gear in place, just in case we have to do an emergency landing. It is always important for safety purposes to have your landing gear in place. And we'll go ahead and dump all we got in there. Okay, cool. So now those landing gear are in place. We'll have to extend the nose out a little bit more. so we can get room to put a additional landing gear up there. But for now, this does the trick, straight up. It does. As far as this ladder is concerned, I really want to extend it down to where I can actually be on the ground and get in and out of it. That would be wonderful. Just like I'd like to line this up so that it can be pulled up properly. I would like to be able to get that set up, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So anyway, yeah, we had a split episode this episode. We had a bit of an issue, and now, as you can see, the sun is setting. We had a pretty full day, even though it was set up for 2 different days. And I might do some welding off camera, but that's just the, you know, the boring welding stuff, and trying to break down materials so that we can be able to have decent materials. We do have to get gangways put in down below, little walkways, stuff like that, little greeble. And then I may want to extend out the back end a little bit and get us a little bit more area back here. And then these blocks here, I may take these out, replace them with interior blocks. I think they're a little lighter, so we might do that just to lighten it up a little bit. But we do have the archway to weld up here between the landing gears, and then of course we've got passageways galore to work with. So yeah, whole lot more to do, a whole lot more to come. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again on Space Engineers Escape from Pertam.